Would you please create a name tag for us?
Okay, it says it's going. We'll see.
Good guessing.
Do you happen to have any hard spots that we use for name tags?
There's somebody here.
Oh.
That's what I thought you were.
Okay. I didn't know if we had extras last time.
Do you need some extra ones?
Check it out.
I'll bring you some purple
So
paper.
what do you think?
I just can't find the names.
Are you doing the battery?
No, I'm sorry, the names.
Oh,
I know as soon as I start.
I have a. Yeah, come say hi to me. For sure. Bryce, have you ever seen Super Jail? It's like crazy.
Do you want me to find you some scissors?
I saw a trailer for Hangover 2 and I'm
I'm gonna go get them. Because that way we can save this for name tags for my next one.
I'm not.
I'm hearing way loud music.
I mean, I'm in.
Way loud.
But exactly the same.
Let me show you what I'm playing. Winning. Is there one? But I'll have to have it on my house too.
Right.
Alright, I'll be right back. Where's that? I'll go right and I'll go left.
Right.
Bring your green.
Bring my green.
Hey, put your name on it. Oh, yeah.
Do we have markers?
I've got a.
Here's correct colored pencils.
Okay, that'll work.
Are they in your bag, do you think? No.
they're in the car in the back seat, on the floorboard.
Do you have any announcements or anything?
Not really, folks. Welcome back. This, through is fine. They're here Friday. This is their last year with you all. Still talking about the Milky Way galaxy. Then you'll get feedback tomorrow. The rest of the year, yeah. But so let's kind of finish up. We kind of keep track of what you did on Friday, kind of remembering some of that stuff. I know you practiced all over the weekend, kept your notes. So I'll turn it over to them. Have at it.
Is the snake's turn on?
Oh, I'm sorry. You got it?
Yeah. Alright. Well, we're just going to start out with a little movie. We talked about the Milky Way galaxy last time and kind of the shape and everything. So I have a little video when that thing turns on. Hopefully.
Yeah, it takes 2 minutes.
Yeah, about what we would see from the Earth. Has anyone actually gone outside and looked at the Milky Way when it's in the sky? What? Well, but sometimes we can see it.
Never knew.
And sometimes not.
It looked like something specific.
Yeah, but think about like your star constellations. You can only see half of them for half of the year or part of the year. Or sometimes, the southern hemisphere has different constellations than we do.
And also, if you think about us being about 2/3 away from the middle in a spiral arm, when we look out, that's actually what we're seeing is the spiral arm of the Milky Way. Because we're here and we're looking this way in the spiral arm.
So this video will show us the bulge in the middle.
And
And,
yeah, we can't see anything but other stars in that Milky Way. We're not gonna be able to see the bulbs from where we are.
And this is a star party that happened in Texas, and so there's a whole bunch of people moving around at the bottom, and they all have red lights, so that way your eyes don't get messed up from the ambient light. It's not up there yet. This is the beginning. I'll go look at it again.
Where do I have to go to see that?
This is at the McDonald Observatory in
And so
Texas.
there's the sun.
Where at Texas?
Actually, I think it's in Austin.
Okay,
So
so,
actually, Tyler.
Oh, yeah, that's very close, isn't it?
okay. So it looks like this is facing, hey guys. So this is, it looks like April, a couple of years ago, so right around this time of year. And it's all night, and I heard someone ask why you had to have red lights. It takes 20 minutes for our eyes to dilate fully, and so you use the red light so it doesn't redilate your eyes. And you have to go really far away from ambient light to be able to see it that. Do you guys want to see it again?
Yes.
You could probably go out, just out in the country here and see that. I mean, just away from the city.
Yeah. And it's cool if you ever go to a star party and you're out there all night, you can really see the stars rotating. It's really cool.
Are those just like strobe lights?
The little lights at the bottom, they're mostly just like flashlights.
So it's like a frame a minute. Is that what this is?
Yeah,
For that?
yeah.
So yeah, so yeah. It's just people moving around down there with their
It's
lights.
definitely time lapse. Yeah. It's really neat.
This is so freaking cool.
Yeah. All right. So we have one more short little lecture, and then we'll do lots of fun stuff today. So we're going to talk about star populations today. So I talked about this a little bit last time, about the stellar consensus. So the different types of stars that are in the Milky Way tell us how old it is. So there's two different main types, even though all the types of stars are represented in the Milky Way. So we look at the numbers and kind of figure out how many old stars there are versus to young stars, and we can figure out how old the Milky Way is. All right. So if we do that, and we look at everything, it looks like our Milky Way produces 3 to 5 new stars every year. So that also means that some of them have to die. And most of the stars in our Milky Way are cool, dim, red dwarfs. The average mass for the Milky Way stars is about did we ever figure out what that symbol was?
Stellar mass, solar mass.
Okay, we thought so. It just converted something into this.
Isn't it usually a dot with a circle around it?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that one is probably the same thing. You just couldn't make it with that particular font or something.
Yeah, okay. We thought- So one solar mass, which is about our sun. And in our galaxy, really huge stars are really rare. It's important to be aware of the selection effect. And when you look at data, you have to understand, remember when we talked about the shape of the galaxy, you have to understand which angle you're seeing things from and all the other things. Like dark matter, we can't necessarily see it or detect it because it's not emitting any sort of radiation. But we know it's there from different techniques. So did you want us to click on the, is this where you clicked on the selection effects? No, okay. Okay, so there's two major populations in our Milky Way galaxy that tell us a lot about its history and everything. So population 1 are the young stars. And they're 10 to the 6th to a few times 10 to the 9th years old. And they're generally blue because they're new stars. And they're mostly concentrated in the disk area and in the arms, since the flat part. Roughly circular in orbit, and they have a really high heavy element content, similar to our sun. The population 2 stars. And the easiest way to keep track of which one's a population 1 and population 2, a 2-year-old is older than a 1-year-old. Easiest thing. So they're about 10 to the 10th years old, mostly red in color because you guys should have gone over the HR diagram. So those are the older ones.